Hello, everybody. Okay, so this is the new book we are going to be learning about, and it's a true book. We call these type of books informational text because they are full of information. It's called The Digestive System by Christine Taylor Butler. A group of organs break down or digest food for the body. Some food stays in the stomach for as long as 5 hours. You can see this is a caption. Find the truth. Everything you are about to read is true, except for one of the sentences on this page. Which one is true? Your small intestine is about 5 feet or 1.5 meters long. An acid strong enough to dissolve metal helps digest food in the stomach. Find the answers in this book. So which one do you think is true and false, or false? And this is the table of contents. It tells you where we can find information. Another table of contents. Ice-cold drinks slows down the digestion process. Warm or room temperature drinks are better for digestion. Chapter 1. It's a gas. Burp. If you eat or drink too fast, you'll swallow too much air. This can cause you to belch. You're having lunch with your grandparents. You're on your best behavior. But as you sip your soda, your stomach starts to feel strange. It starts to feel very full. It aches. Then the worst possible thing happens. You belch loudly. Embarrassed? Probably, but don't feel too bad. It's your digestive system in action, and it's normal. Everyone belches. When you eat and drink, you swallow gas as well as food. It could be air. It could be carbon dioxide from a fizzy drink. Sometimes the gas comes back out as a burp or a belch. Your stomach doesn't need gas, so it gets rid of it. What it needs is food. Food is the fuel that provides you with energy. Your body needs energy for moving, breathing, and even thinking. Drinking bubbly drinks through a straw is a recipe for belching. You take in air through the straw as well as carbon dioxide from the drink. Your digestive system slows down at night. However, it keeps breaking down food even when you are asleep. Your digestive system breaks food into small units that can be used by your body. Whatever you can't use is passed out of your body as waste. Bacteria in your system change part of the waste into gas. Some of this gas is absorbed into your body, but other gases are released out of your digestive system through your rectum. It may seem embarrassing, however, all people have gas in their digestive tract. It is perfectly normal to pass gas as many as 20 times a day. Food to gas. Some foods cause people to have more gas than other foods do. Beans, for instance, are not completely digested by your small intestine. When the beans reach your large intestine, bacteria begins to feed on them. The bacteria produce large amounts of gas in the process. Most gas passes quietly, but sometimes it builds up pressure. It comes out at high speed. This creates that familiar sound. Foods such as eggs and meat contain a lot of sulfur. When the bacteria in your stomach feeds on these foods, they produce gases that smell like rotten eggs. Phew! The digestive tract is like a long, winding tube. It is helped by other organs in the body, such as the liver. So you can see there's the mouth, the esophagus, the liver, the stomach, the large intestine, small intestine, and then the rectum. Chapter 2. Your food processor. Your digestive system has an important job. It breaks down food into tiny pieces. The nutrients, vitamins, and minerals in food can then pass into your bloodstream to be used by your body. Your digestive tract consists of 6 main parts: the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and rectum. Each part has its own task. Let's read this. From one end to the other, the digestive tract is about 30 feet or 9 meters long. Chew on this. Your body begins to break down or digest food as soon as it enters your mouth. Teeth break up the food into smaller pieces. Saliva is the liquid in your mouth. It is produced by salivary glands. It contains chemicals called enzymes that start to break down starches in your food even before it's swallowed. Saliva also contains a lot of water, which mixes with the food. This helps the food slide down your esophagus smoothly. Muscles around your esophagus squeeze or contract in waves. This action pushes food down the esophagus to your stomach. Your front teeth cut and slice food. Your back teeth mashes food. Your body makes more than 1/4 of saliva each day. 1/4 of saliva each day. Mashed food inside your esophagus is called a bolus. So then you can see the teeth, the salivary glands. This is the tongue, more salivary glands, bolus or the food, and then the esophagus. Don't drink this juice. Your stomach is made of strong muscles. It can stretch to hold about 3 pints of food at one time. When food enters your stomach, the muscles squeeze and mash your food into smaller and smaller pieces. The cells lining your stomach release a liquid called gastric juice. It contains enzymes and hydrochloric acid. This acid is strong enough to dissolve metal. A mucus lining protects your stomach from the acid. This is a diagram, how the stomach digests food. It takes 5 seconds for a piece of solid food to reach the stomach. So it goes in through the esophagus. Food enters the stomach. Gastric juices break down proteins, so then there's some acid in your stomach that helps break it down. Gastric juice begins to break down proteins. Proteins are found in foods such as meat, cheese, and eggs. Food stays in your stomach for 2 to 5 hours. Once it mixes with gastric juice, it is called chyme. The stomach releases chyme into the duodenum. This is the first part of the small intestine. A muscle called the sphincter relaxes to let a little chyme pass through. The sphincter then squeezes tightly to keep the rest in your stomach. And so this is the next part. The stomach walls contract. The digested food turns into chyme. The sphincter opens to let a small of chyme pass. If you stretched out your small intestine, it would be almost 20 feet or 6 meters long. The small intestine is about 1 to 2 inches. It's small, but it's long. The small intestine is where most food leaves your digestive tract and enters your bloodstream. Before this happens, the food is broken down even further. Organs such as your pancreas, gallbladder, and liver help this digestion happen. Your pancreas squirts fluid into the duodenum. This fluid is rich in enzymes that break down fats, proteins, and starches. The fluid also contains a chemical that makes chyme less acidic. It is called sodium bicarbonate. Your gallbladder adds a liquid called bile to the chyme. Bile helps break up blobs of fat so that enzymes can get it more easily. Bile is made in the liver. It is stored in the gallbladder. So here's the liver, the duodenum, the gallbladder, small intestines, pancreas, stomach, all of that. The small intestine has many folds. It is lined with millions of finger-shaped bumps called villi. This creates a huge surface area that can absorb large volumes of food quickly. Tiny blood vessels inside the villi absorb the nutrients straight into your bloodstream. So each villus is covered with even smaller finger-shaped bumps. They are called microvilli. And this is the wall of the small intestines. Nutrient-rich blood goes from your small intestines to your liver. The liver converts the nutrients into substances needed by the body. It stores some nutrients. It releases them into the blood when they are needed. The liver also breaks down harmful substances such as alcohol. If a surgeon accidentally cut off a piece of the liver, it would grow back. Oh, I didn't know that. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables is good for your liver. They contain enzymes, vitamins, and fiber that helps with digestion. The end of the line. By the time the food reaches the end of the small intestine, most of the nutrients have been absorbed. The parts that your body can't use pass into your large intestine. This intestine is only 5 feet long. However, it is about 3 to 4 inches wide. The large intestine is also called the colon. It absorbs minerals and water from indigestible food. This makes the waste more solid. Lumps of solid waste are called feces. Muscles push the feces along the colon to the rectum. They remain there until you go to the bathroom. Kiwi fruit contains a high amount of fiber. They help keep your large intestines healthy. Digestive tips. So eat at regular meal times. Chew your food well. Stop eating before you feel really full. The brain signals the feeling of fullness about 10 minutes after you're actually full. Relax. If you are relaxed, your body will produce more gastric juice. Sit up straight when you eat so that your digestive tract is not cramped. Avoid drinking lots of liquids half an hour before or after your meals. Don't eat late at night. It takes your body longer to digest food when you are asleep. And then this is a long journey. So it is, let me zoom in a little bit. It's lunchtime. You take the first bite of your sandwich and start chewing. You wash down the mouthful with some milk. However, swallowing is just the beginning of the journey. It may take 20 to 30 hours for this food to digest completely and for the waste to leave your body. So at noon, you take a bite of your sandwich. You chew it until it is smushy. Saliva helps break down the starches in the bread. At 12:01, the bolus of sandwich slides down your esophagus. 12:02, your stomach begins to mash the bolus into chyme. Enzymes break down the proteins. Strong acid kills bacteria in the chyme. Chyme stays in the stomach for a few hours. So it goes down here. At 3, a squirt of chyme enters your duodenum. Your pancreas and gallbladder release liquid to help digest it. Villi and the small intestine transfer nutrients to your bloodstream. 6 p.m. The last part of the chyme that can't be digested enters your colon, or your large intestine. The colon absorbs water and minerals and transforms them back into the body. At midnight, the undigested chyme is still traveling through your colon. At 6 a.m., the waste enters your rectum. It waits there until you go to the bathroom. At 7:30 a.m., the waste comes out as feces and is flushed away. Your body can't digest food and move fast at the same time. That is why you feel sick if you exercise soon after a meal. Okay, we're going to stop there.